right, we are going to start today with the staff. And this is a musical concept that we will be working with all year, so you want to pay really close attention to this because as soon as we're done with this particular lesson, I'm going to have you work with somebody and try to get this all worked out on your own paper. So pay really close attention and learn as quickly as you can. First of all, up on the board you'll see the musical staff, and some of you have probably already been introduced to this in elementary music. You have 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4. The spaces between the lines. We have the upper staff and the lower staff. Typically, when we see an upper staff, we have a clef sign. We call this the treble clef. And it looks like that. And this is going to be instruments such as flutes, clarinets, saxophones, trumpets, bells. All those people will be playing in the treble clef. We also will have what we call the bass clef. It's all about the bass, Anyway, this is the bass clef, and all the trombones, tubas, baritones, people that play low instruments will end up playing with the bass clef. So, those are our 2 clefs, treble and bass clef. Now, all we have to remember are the names of the lines and the spaces, and that's what I want you to really focus on today. If you're learning treble clef, there's a little gimmick you can think in your head, but this is all you really need to remember. E, G, B, D, F. And I bet if you thought about it, you could think of words that start with E, G, B, D, F that would make a sentence. For instance, Elvis's guitar broke down Friday, or every good boy deserves fudge, or lots of kids come up with others. I bet you can tell your friend or a partner, somebody, what another one might be. Now, what comes in between those? Well, we're just going to fill in the musical alphabet. So what comes in between E and G? Well, A, B, C, D, E, F. Yes, F goes in between in the space. F. What comes after G? Well, after G in the musical alphabet, it doesn't go to H. It goes back to A. So between G and B would be the A. And between the B and the D, yep, you got it, C. And between the D and the F, A, B, C, D, E, you got it. What does that spell? Face. The space spells face. So you can remember every good boy deserves fudge and face to remember your treble clef lines. Well, that's pretty easy. Keep that in your mind, and I'll leave this up on the board for just a little bit. Now the bass clef is almost as easy too. You just have to remember something a little bit different. Here's my favorite. Instead of starting on an E, we're going to start on a G and call this one G, B, D, F, and A. Grizzly bears don't fly airplanes. Good boys deserve fudge always. Yeah, that works, okay. Now what do we do? We fill in those blanks. Well, what comes between G and B? Well, we did that right there. So the A is going to be this first space. What comes between B and D? Yep, C, E, and G. Or all cows eat gas. Sorry, girls. Anyway, all cows eat grass. Or I don't know. What do cows eat? Grass or gas? I'm not sure. Anyway, we have G, B, D, F, A, and A, C, E, G for the bass clef. Can you remember those? Treble clef, E, G, B, D, F, F, A, C, E, bass clef, G, B, D, F, A, and A, C, E, G. Now, with that little bit of information, you can pause that there, and I will have the sub pass out a little piece of paper, and I want you to partner up with somebody with the same color of eyes as you. And you're going to grab this paper and you're going to put the name of the note under each of these on this particular staff. For instance, this very first one, you'll see, is in that very first space right here. So the note is going to be, yes, you got it, F. If I were down here in the bass clef, that very first note on that first space is going to be, you got it, A. So I want you to fill that out with your partner. You can work with a partner, but always pair up right today with somebody with the same color of eyes as you. And then as soon as you're done, raise your hand and your sub will give you a treat. Thanks. Pause there.